Janet is an advocate for her students and those who work with her. She has great relationships with the families of the students she works with and really provides the parents with a lot of helpful information about who their students are as students first and people first.
Janet is such a caring, empathetic teacher. She puts her students' needs first over her own. She makes it a home away from home. She's a great teammate. She is always there for the rest of her team. She is willing to help anyone.
Jodie Flanigan is a treasure. I've never met a more dedicated professional. Her car is usually the first in and the last one out. Jodie throws her heart and soul into everything she does. This is why colleagues want to work with her and students never want to leave. Amazing teacher, collaborative colleague, caring mentor are all what make Jodie who she is. But to me, she is more than that. She is my treasured friend.
Jodie Flanigan is a master teacher who inspires a love of learning in people of all ages. From first graders to college students to her D21 colleagues, her love of learning is contagious. If you've been Jodie's student or colleague, you are no doubt embracing some of her mantras in life and living each day, in Jodie's words, to be the best version of yourself.
I started in 2004 at Cooper Middle School. Teresa has been here for a few years prior to that, and she is absolutely a second mother to all the staff. She takes care of everyone here at Cooper. The amount of time she takes to get to know the staff, the children, the community members that are coming in is really extraordinary, and she is someone that is the bedrock of Cooper Middle School.
Teresa has always been there for everyone. She is always there to help us. She is connected to the staff and the students. Her desire to help shows when you come into the door and she says, "How can I help you?" Our staff and our students are just feel so welcomed, and that extra mile that she puts in, she genuinely shows how much she cares for our school.
Working with Char Lemke over the last several years has been an absolute delight. Char exemplifies a commitment and dedication to her work that is truly impressive. Char is consistently resourceful to secure the best products and the best services at the best price for the district. She is a quiet leader who conducts her work with professionalism, grace, and efficiency.
Char was such an asset to District 21. She was professional, passionate about her work, and she would support anyone who needed it. Char has a gift for knowing just what others need and could be counted on for her sage advice, her creative approach to projects, and comic relief when needed.
I never have to worry about anybody complaining about Jimmy's work. Jimmy always meets his deadlines, and he is counted on in a pinch to get things done at the last second. Jimmy works with all groups, PTOs, teachers, principals, administrators. No job is too big or too small. No deadline is too long or too short for him to meet.
While working at Tarkington, I would help the teachers fill out what we called Jimmy sheets, and the teachers there always just raved about him, how great he did his work, how fast he was in getting their requests back. From the admin side, whenever you walk by, he always had a great smile on his face. He was always dependable. He's always consistent. He's reliable getting his work done. He's a hard worker.
Carmel, you were, in a word, versatile. You were the fixer, the Renaissance woman, the chameleon of our group, who happily adapted to any situation to help any of our kids, whether it was in 8th grade math, 2nd grade reading, or preschool snack time. You always had some wisdom, laugh, and wit to share with our group from your experiences as a therapist and as a mom.
I've had the privilege of working with Carmel since she started in the district. She's wonderful. She brings a lot of skill and knowledge. She's very generous with supporting all of her colleagues and the students. She's definitely a team player for sure. She is kind. She is just a kind person. She always treats her students respectfully. There's been several that would unnerve most of us, and she's always been very calm with those students.
Sam is a great male role model for our student population. He models excellence and success, and he has high expectations for all of his students. As a colleague, Sam works well with all of his coworkers. He is flexible, he is willing to share his resources. If you don't know Sam, you would probably think that he's very serious, but once you build a relationship with him, he has a great sense of humor and he's a lot of fun.
I will always think of Sam Porras when I walk into Whitman. He has a presence. He's a hardworking teacher who has high expectations for kids. In addition to teaching the content, he also teaches those characteristics of perseverance, that grit needed to be successful. He's a caring individual with a subtle sense of humor, and I've just enjoyed working with Sam all these years.
Linda has a very strong work ethic. Linda's one of those teachers that you can always count on to follow through and follow up. Kids really enjoy having her as a teacher. They find her to be caring, cooperative. Parents really love working with her as well, so she's really a strong asset to this school.
Linda was always very welcoming and warm feeling, and I think that's something that definitely continues on with her students, that she's really good at providing like a safe space. Students feel very comfortable with her, they open up to her.
She's also very gentle, and that comes across clearly with the students, that the students feel comfortable with her, they listen to her. It really helps support the students in a nice, calm, easy manner.
Pat is encouraging of students and offers lots of opportunities within what she does for them to read and participate. And she's very good at getting them excited about what they're doing. She has the privilege of, at some point in the year, seeing all the students that are in the building. And her ability to key into students and to recognize the things that they need comes into play there, because then she's able to adjust for those students.
Pat Salvatini is a beautiful example of the giving tree. She's so generous with her time. She has involved all of my students in reading books at different levels and monitoring their growth. She gives us time and dedication to whatever is needed here at Twain. Her giving spirit will always be remembered. Thank you, Pat, for being our giving tree.
I kind of refer to Aida as la cura, which is Spanish for the cure. Students will go down into the health office not feeling so well. She may check their temperature, but really what she does is she just presents herself in this really calm, nurturing demeanor. And that's simply a cure for any child who goes down to our health office. As a matter of fact, sometimes I even go in there to just get a little dose of Aida because it just brightens up my day.
There's nothing in the world that Aida will not do for you and for the kids. She goes well beyond her responsibilities every day. To every student that walks in that door, she is their grandmother. She gives them love. She takes care of them. She is the heart of Frost School.
The biggest thing I would say, the impact that Dyanne has had on the Longfellow building and students and staff, is developing that love for literature. The way that she reads stories to students just builds that enthusiasm. You can walk through the LMC and you just hear these voices and you're like, oh, Dyanne's reading another story. She just makes it a lot of fun. She's one of the most dedicated colleagues to work with. You can always rely on her to step up, to come forward and say, how can I help? What can I do for you?
And the kids like her because she's silly with them. She'll say heckity pack, or she'll have all these things. I think the kids will miss that because you hear the kids in the school like saying the things she says, so it's pretty funny. Dyanne loves books, loves reading. She's so passionate when she's in the library teaching the kids.
Jeannie was more than a special ed teacher. She was a student goal setter and a student goal reacher. Racing from room to room with a pile of strategies in each teaching tool, her expectations were high. Try your best was always her rule. From co-teaching to small groups to one-on-one support each and every day, Jeannie was a professional who cared about her job in each and every way. She was knowledgeable and hardworking as a teammate and DEA rep, following through on her responsibilities each and every step. Jeannie is teaching the children of her former students now, leaving a hole that we'll have to fill if we only knew how. Jeannie will be missed at each domain, testing, meeting, lesson, and lunch. But we're pretty sure she'll keep busy in retirement. It's just a hunch.
The way in which she interacts with parents is the way in which you aspire everybody does. She's very respectful, tends to make parents feel at ease with the students. She's very loving, she's very patient, she works very hard with them. She's committed to the students and the families that she supports.
Debbie really excels at building quality relationships with staff members across the district and was really thought of as a positive, caring, and go-to person. Debbie is also the definition of a team player, from staff laptop and student Chromebook mass deployments to complicated billing scenarios. She was always willing to jump in and help where she was needed, and she was very successful with that. Debbie truly cares about the success of District 21 as a whole and all of our students and staff.
She's dependable, kind, loving, and funny. She is always there for the kids and for the teachers and anything that we need her to help spearhead. She's been instrumental in helping push through some of our more fun initiatives like Week of the Young Child and helping us get things lined up for guest speakers and just activities. So she's going to be sorely missed.